Hi, this is Ali. Welcome to my channel. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell icon, and you will be notified every time I put a video out. And in the comments below will be my email address if you would like to email me a question. Today I am responding to an emailer's question, and it is about taking action. When do we need to take action? A lot of different law of attraction coaches will teach different things on taking action. Some say that you have to take action. Others say that you just take inspired action. Now, I go along the teachings of Abraham Hicks, which is that you take inspired action. There are actually two different types of action you can take. So you have your inspired action, which basically means that when you are in a line and when you are in your high vibration and meditating and feeling good and just aligning with everything, you will get urges to do something, or you will get inspiration to do something. Now that is inspired action. It will be something that just comes to you naturally. You don't have to force it, you don't have to think about it. It will just come to you that I need to do this. And it could be anything, it can be absolutely anything. One of the people I follow, a lady called Shelley, she felt inspired. She was looking for a partner and she felt inspired to go to a barbecue that she'd been invited to by a friend of hers, and she just went along, and she didn't go along thinking she was going to meet her chap there. She just went along, and as it was, she met him there, and they're still together now. But that going along to that barbecue was the inspired action. So that action was put out there by a friend, and she was inspired to go. She just went along for no reason other than to just go to the party with a friend. And that is what inspired action is. You don't take the action just because you think you're going to get a result from it. You take the action because you feel that it feels good and it's the right way. And that is the important thing on anything. Any action you're taking, it has to feel good. If it does not feel good, it is not inspired action, okay? If it's coming from a need or a want or a thought that I must do this, oh, this is how I have to do it, you are coming from control. And like I've said before, you cannot control the outcome with the universe. You have to allow the universe to bring it to you. If you try and control it, it won't come. It won't come. You will have put the brakes on it, basically. It will come later on, but it won't come at that point because you are trying to manipulate and control it. And you cannot manipulate or control this. So by doing this inspired action, this is when you're basically get aligned, and then you will receive impulses. And it's those impulses that you need to be acting on. That is the only things that you need to be acting on, is the absolute inspired impulses that you get when you are in alignment. So if you're not in a good feeling place, anything that comes into your mind then is not going to be inspired action. It's going to be coming from a negative thought process, and anything from a negative thought process is not in alignment with your inner being. To get inspired action and to get inspired thought, it is coming from your inner being. So you will get it when you are in alignment, okay? So that is why it's so important to keep your vibration high and to keep feeling really, really good. And then you can take the inspired action, because you will get this action will just come into your mind, or somebody will offer something to you and you will just take it. The other way to take action is in what you're doing, is in your meditating, you're visualizing, you're making lists of what you want, you're making lists of affirmations, you're making lists of intentions. That is all action. So although people may say, well, you're not actually doing anything. You are, but you're not physically doing anything. It's you're using your mind to do stuff, and that is still action. So you are still taking action, and that is very, very important action, because without that action of aligning yourself and making yourself feel good and doing everything that makes you feel good, then you won't put yourself into a good feeling place. So that is very, very important action, just to do the things that make you feel good. And again, if you feel inspired and if you feel good, that is key. As soon as something feels good to you, do it. If something does not feel good to you, do not do it, because it is not inspired. And anything, like I say, anything that is not inspired will be the wrong path to go on, and it will put the brakes onto something. So you could set something back for a while. You're not going to stop it coming, because you can never stop what you want coming, but you could slow it down and you could stop it from coming at that actual point. and you're taking a few steps back. So you really need to be mindful of making sure that the actions that you take are totally inspired. We can all jump in and we can all do things that afterwards we think, oh, why did I do that? We've all done it, and we can all still do it because we're human, and that's one of the things we do. But it's kind of good if you can try and stop that. So when you think that you need to take action, you need to think to yourself, right, is this action that I'm about to take, is this coming from being inspired? Is this coming from my inner being, or is this coming from me and my want of it and my need to bring this in quickly? If it's coming from the need and the want and the urgency to have it now, it is not inspired. So do not take that action, okay? It only inspired action. And like I say, to get inspired action, work on yourself. Meditate, make yourself feel good. Make sure you are in alignment. Make sure that you are feeling the best that you can feel. And then what comes to you when you're in that process, what comes to you when you're in that high feeling, that is your inspired action. And it can be simple things, totally simple things that it's just part of the path. So you may think it has no relevance to anything, but actually later on, when you have your manifestations, you can look back and say, well, actually, do you know what? I didn't think that had any relevance whatsoever, but actually that led me to that, that led me to that, that led me to that, that led me to that. And then you can see how your path is unfolding. You don't know, when you're in the beginning stages, you don't know what your path is. You only know what your path of least resistance is after you've taken that path. Once you've taken that path, then you can look back and say, yes, that was my path of least resistance. So again, it's all about the trust. The trust comes into everything. You have to trust that the universe will take you on the path that you need to be on. You have to trust that this is the path you need to go on, and that this will bring you to what you want. And you need to release all control. All control or manipulation will slow everything down, okay? It's really going to slow it down. You have to release all control. This is not your control. The only control you have in this is to decide what you want in your life. That's the only control. And then to decide that you are going to take the action of aligning and, meditating and making yourself feel good and doing the inner work and, doing your intentions. That is the control you can have in doing that. After you've done that, you must give all control up. It is not your place to worry about it. It's not your place to plan when it's coming, to how it's coming. None of that is your place. That is the universe's place. And do not intervene with that. Let the universe do its thing and you do your thing, which is just concentrate on yourself and concentrate on enjoying what you've got. Just remember, you are living in the now, and everything you want is not in the future, it's in the now, and you are bringing it into the now. So enjoy the now that you have, and let everything else just flow into your now, into your life. Just let it come and let it all flow, okay? So that's the only actions that you have to take. I hope that was helpful. And like I say, email me if you have a question about this or any other questions about anything, and I will answer them. Okay, thank you.